Howdy everyone, Pocher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're going to look at artifacts in regards to your inventory and the fusion aspect of it. Your inventory can hold up to 3,000 artifacts. We want to keep this as clear as possible. We want to keep the number low. That may sound like a bad thing, but it's not. Low inventory is good. And the fusion and how I personally go about fusion and what I'm looking for, you can adjust this to suit your needs specifically. And that's what this video is going to look over. I understand that this video may be a bit long. I am trying to cover a lot in this because there is a lot to go over. So let's start with the artifacts and keeping your inventory low. So you can see on the screen that we have just shy of 2,000 artifacts. Now that may seem like a lot, and you're going to think to yourself, am I ever going to really get to this amount? Maybe. You actually get a lot of artifacts from killing the Titans. They drop 5 or 6 or 7 per kill. Most of them are green. If you get anything better, awesome. But your bag will quite quickly fill up with green artifacts. And on the most case, I want to say like 99.3% of the time, your green artifacts are absolute food. You're going to be getting rid of these as quickly as possible. If we go into artifacts and we click rarity, you can see that I have just a stupendously huge amount of green artifacts. Now, this is the test server. I've purposely summoned 2,000 artifacts for this video to show you that we can clear this up quite quickly. So green artifacts on the most case is going to be something we get rid of. Now, one way you can look at green artifacts is as such. If you're a leveling up player, green artifacts may be useful to you. The only downside to this is to remove an artifact from a hero costs gold. And you need to decide as a player, is the gold cost of removing an artifact worth equipping the artifact? If it's not, if you're a free-to-play player, gold might be a little bit valuable to you. You may not want to spend gold removing green artifacts. In that case, don't equip green artifacts. It's not worth it because the stats you get from it are very minimal. Now, if we look at an endgame account and how you could potentially use green artifacts, there's only one situation in which I ever used a green artifact on my account, and I am definitely not a free-to-play player. The only time I found using green artifacts is with this one stat, multi-attack damage. Okay, multi-attack damage, and I am looking for the Chitinous Hammer or any armor piece or the Dragon Fang. And this is for my Impus or my Astoria to help me get as far into the Golem Titan boss as possible. This is the number one most important stat when it comes to beating the Titan Golem, okay? So if you can find armor pieces or weapon pieces that can be equipped to your Astoria or your Impus, then those green artifacts may be worth using. Anything else, I personally am just ignoring. Again, that's my personal approach to this. If you find use for green artifacts, by all means, if you're happy to spend the gold to remove it when you find a better piece, by all means, go ahead and do it. But for me, apart from that one situation, which I have already outgrown, I've replaced those green ones that I originally had equipped, I personally find no use for green artifacts. So the next stage comes into, how do we get rid of most of our green artifacts? And that's the next step. So to get rid of our artifacts, we're going to fuse. Fuse is the primary way. It is the only way to get rid of artifacts. I hope that in the future they add the ability to sell these for silver. Who knows? We have 4 rarities: Magic, Rare, Epic, Legendary. We're going to focus on Magic, and we have a bunch that we can get rid of. Now, you have 2 ways in which you can get rid of your artifacts. The easy, lazy way or the slow, efficient way. Completely up to you. And slow efficient isn't really that slow. It won't take you that long. It's just a little bit of extra clicking. So let's cover the easy fast way. Easy fast way is auto add. Auto add is going to throw a bunch of random items into the fusion pool for you, and it's going to give you random items. 4 random items will give you a random item. We can go ahead and fuse, and you will see that we get a bunch of randoms with 1 blue. Okay, we're after the blues. That's all that matters. We collect all, and we repeat this until we have no green items left. That's number 1. Number 2 is the slow, efficient way. I'm moving the items on the left-hand side so you can see that. Above this, you can see the 2 little arrows, and the little funnel symbol. We click the funnel symbol, and this brings up every type of artifact, and we're going to select every single one of these one at a time. So we'll click Bone Flail first. We have 43 of these, show, and we're going to auto add the bone flails. Bone flails are going to fuse into more bone flails, okay? So it's guaranteeing us this item. If we're after a specific item, only fuse that item. Otherwise, you're going to get random items, and it may not be the one you want. So we're going to fuse the bone flails, and we're going to get bone flails. There we go. And as you can see, we've got 2 blue ones. Okay, we're going to keep doing this until we have none left. 4 more, 1 more. Can we get a blue one, a lucky blue one, a lucky blue one? No, we can't. Okay. Once we've done this, we can go over to the rare tab. It will show us the new ones we have. We can click on these, and we can have a look for any that have good substats that we personally might find use in. Support attack damage, skip turn chance might be good. I don't actually know if any of these heroes have support off the top of my head. Let's look at the next one. Buff band chance, skip turn chance, counter attack chance. Okay, this might be good, so I'm just going to lock it, and I can look at it in the future. I'm just locking it so I don't accidentally get rid of it. And the last one, healing band chance, healing band chance. I'm not really going to be getting much use. These aren't horrible substats, but there's no hero here that I could really see much use coming out of. Maybe Mordred if I really wanted to equip it to someone, but not important. Okay, and we're going to do this for every single item. We're going to click one at a time, and we're going to fuse all of that. Now, personally, there's only 2 items I mix fuse, and that's Sigil and Dragon Amulet. The reason for this is because the amount of heroes in the game that actually benefit from these 2 items is very minimal. And they're not even heroes I'm specifically looking to improve in strength. Sigil, the only hero I can think of the top of my head that I'm using this on is Corvus. And there's another item that needs to go with him to make this work. Maybe some other heroes, but like I said, I haven't really looked into it, so it's not a big concern to me. I auto add these, and I make sure that they are mixed. So I will remove this and throw a Sigil in there, and then I will remove this and throw an amulet in there. And as you can see, I'm getting 10 new random items. I'm looking for rings, I'm looking for chitinous hammers, I'm looking for anything. It really doesn't matter. Those are the only 2 items I do fuse together. It's completely up to you. If you do find use out of these, by all means, go ahead and do the original way of just selecting one and fusing all 4 to get you a specific item. So I'm going to go through and do that to every item now, and I'll come back once we're done. We have fused all our green items, and as you can see, we've gone from 2,000 artifacts to just shy of 500. So we got rid of 1,500 artifacts. Probably took me about 3-5 minutes in between. So it didn't take super long. Now we've got a really clean inventory, but we can definitely cut down on this number even further. And now we have to look at the blue artifacts. The system's the same. You will fuse specific ones to get the same item, or you can be lazy and go ahead. The only difference is now blue items start to become valuable. In my original video I ever did for artifacts, I said blue items are probably just going to be trash. You just fuse them and hope to get some purples. That's where the real value is going to start kicking in. I was very wrong. I probably have more blue artifacts equipped to my heroes than any other color because they are actually very useful. You only need blue really to clear the top level titans, and anything above that is just going to make you even more powerful. So yeah, the trick now becomes going through and finding important substats. It's a bit tedious. You'll eventually start to realize or recognize the ones that are really important, and from there you can go. But there is one thing I want to show you. One thing that I learnt quite quickly when using artifacts. We can go to the Chaos Spawn. Now, going through my blue items, I found this chest piece. This chest piece, single target defense, so it's already a valuable item, and it has chance to avoid dots, which isn't super important. I don't really care about this substat, but the second substat, multi-attack damage. I'm going to focus on multi-attack damage a lot. Now, this substat is actually quite difficult to get on armor pieces. Weapons, not so difficult. Armor, very valuable because it's very rare. But as you can see, it's not activated on this ghoul, because he only has one of the 2 constellations active, and the way this game works is the constellations, it doesn't matter which one is active, it will only unlock the substats from top to bottom. So if I have 4 constellations on this item and only one of them is active, it will only unlock the first one. If 2 of the 4 are active, it will unlock substat 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 will be locked. So we want this substat to activate on Ghoul, and there is a chance we can do that by unlocking the next 2 constellations, because the next 2 are going to be random. So we're going to upgrade this, and we're going to upgrade it to level 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, not level 4. We'll unlock 4 sub perks, and hopefully we get lucky. And we did. Beautiful. So unlocking the second and the third and the fourth constellation, we hit 1 of ghouls, and it unlocked the multi-attack damage. I don't care about these other 2, even though they're great. Doesn't matter. We got the multi-attack damage on ghoul. So now we can upgrade this to level 15, and we're going to benefit from this substat. So if you're looking through the heroes that benefit from the substats, and you find a hero in there that doesn't quite match the constellations, but you really want to use that item, upgrade it to level 6 or whatever it is to unlock all 4 of the substats, and you may match a constellation, and that item may be good for that hero. So yeah, don't just skim over and say, ah, damn it, this ghoul can't use this breastplate because it was locked originally. There's still a chance, okay? So that's the only thing I want you to be aware of when going through the blue items. Though it may not appear to be super useful on any hero to begin with, unlocking all the constellations may drastically change the use of that item. Okay, so we are at 482 artifacts. I'm now going to fuse all the blues that I haven't locked, and we'll come back and see where we're at. So after fusing all the blues, we are down to 101 artifacts. We have gotten rid of everything we don't need. We're left with a certain few. How many blues do we have left? Still a handful. We saved some that we don't want to fuse, and then we got a bunch of random ones. Also, keep in mind when you fuse your blues, whatever comes out, if it is another blue, make sure you go through and double check that that new blue isn't a good item, because if it is, save it. If not, then add it back into the fusion pool. Okay, so we have our epics now. It keeps going back to this menu. I don't know why. Let's go back into Fusion. We are up to epics now, and it's the same process, except now you have the ability to add star crystals. Completely up to you. I'm personally stockpiling these. I am stockpiling them for legendary items, okay? We have a bunch of legendaries on here because we are... Like I said, it's a test account. It's not real. Don't think I have these items in the real game. I don't. Let's go through. Do we have 4 of anything? I'm not too sure. Let's check. All right, let's go 4 of these. So we got 4 of these now. We're going to go through death save, initiative reduction, initiative reduction. Actually, this is actually a really nice item. Okay, so we've got AoE protection, and we have Arcane. Could potentially be good for clan battles. We could attach this to... Essentially, anyone with an AoE ability would benefit from this initiative reduction. Counter attack for dot, shield reduction, debuff removal chance. No one really benefits from this, so this is instantly a trash. I mean, I could potentially upgrade it and unlock more 2 or 3, but it's just not worth it. Buff ban chance, reflect damage defense. If it was reflected damage, sure. Either way. So the game is now going through finding the epics that you like and then fusing the ones you do not like. I'm following the same process. I'm going to go through and I'm going to find ones that I don't like, and then I'm going to add them, auto add, and then fuse. And we're going to hope for a legendary item. We get one. Oh, the test server is just ridiculous. But look at these stats on here. Okay. And like I said, it's up to you. It really is. If you want to use... All right, let's go here. If you want to use your star crystals at this point, you can go ahead and do that. I wouldn't be using this on anything underneath an epic quality item, a purple item. It is not worth it. I would be saving this for your purples and your legendaries. So the way it works, I've explained it in other videos. Go through and find the hero you want this item to be equipped to. So we're fusing the crit into healing gloves. So I am going to put this on a Willow. So if we can quickly find Willow somewhere. There she is. Beautiful. We're going to select Willow. She wants 2 of these. And this, no, not this one, this one. Okay. So fusing this item is going to guarantee us 3. It's going to cost us 320. It's expensive. It really is. Okay. And we're going to fuse. And let's see what happens. There we go. So we can click these. Willow has 3. Chance to avoid initiative reduction. Reflect damage to horrible for Willow. Shield reduction. Chance to avoid dot. And cooldown reduction chance. Okay, I mean, not the greatest one, but we'll definitely take cooldown reduction chance for a Willow. Absolutely. I mean, we're using her basic more than anything else, but why not? Let's go for it. And then that's essentially it. Once you get to this point, once you've fused everything down, we got 89 artifacts now. I mean, 89 is not hard to manage. You can, like, we can scroll it in 1 second, okay? If you are unsure, if you have an artifact that you fused and you just have no idea, is it good, is it not, by all means, reach out. I'm more than happy to help. There are plenty of people in the community willing to help. There are a lot of substats. It is confusing. I am not confused by this, but I do this as a semi-job. I make videos. I try to help people. I wake up. My spare time is pretty much Age of Magic until I go to sleep. So once you spend that much time in something, again, it's not confusing. But I understand people who don't want to spend time doing this. In other games, I don't want to spend time doing this. I avoid it like the plague. I look up guides as much as possible. So I'm more than happy to help you in every way I can. And same with people from the community. If you're unsure, my Discord link is in the description below. You can join that. Plenty of helpful people there. Just don't get overwhelmed over something you don't need to, okay? It is confusing, but the help is there, all right? And with that system, that's how I take care of my artifacts in the fusion. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. Wherever you're on the world. Until next time, please take care of yourself.